Hey guys, Adam here from the Tint Academy. I'm going to do a quick video on how to remove window film. Now, if you're a professional window tinter and you're just looking for more information on how to properly remove film with ease, this video is for you. Now, in our window tint courses, we always talk about charging for removing film. You cannot do this for free. It's not part of what you're already doing. You're paid to install film. If there's already film on the windows that you need to remove, this is an additional charge for your customers. Now, we usually recommend about $30 to $45 per window, or $100 per hour. Now, a lot of times with your customers, they're gonna say it's too expensive, or they can do it themselves. We always recommend not to do this. In our courses, I have a story about a customer that we had in Hamilton, Ontario, which is about an hour outside of Toronto. His windows in his Ford F-150 were so bad, he couldn't even drive his car without rolling down his windows. When I gave him my fee of $100 per hour to remove that window film, he told me to screw off and he'll do it himself. I was doing mobile, so I went to my next customer and I came back about 3 hours later. He was still there removing window film, chiseling it down, and he damaged his windows. I still had to do my job and fix his own mess he had to do. So I always suggest to talk to your customers, explain that it needs to be properly done, all the glue gone. Now, a couple things that you need is a steamer. We're just using a Wagner steamer today. We get for $80 at any kind of Home Depot, Rona, or Lowe's. Now, this car here, this is fairly new film, so it's gonna be easier to remove. It's probably gonna take me a couple passes on it. Now, most of your customers here are just gonna wanna take this film and rip it right off. The problem with that, they may get this off in one shot, but it's gonna leave a lot of residue and a lot of glue, which you're gonna go back and have to clean up afterwards anyway. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my steamer, and for about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm gonna do passes just to warm up that glue across the top. I don't want to yank that film because it could cause damage to the window and leave a lot of excess glue, which I do not want to have on this window. Once I've gone through about 2 or 3 minutes and I warmed up that glue, I'm going to take a little corner here, which I can get. If I'm having a hard time with that corner, I can take my razor blade. I'm just doing this without a handle here and start a little corner. Once I get that corner, I'm going to slowly come underneath it. I'm not pulling it, I'm giving it enough force so that it's coming off the window itself. So I'm not yanking it, I'm letting the steam do its job and pulling that film off. You can see here, I'm not being aggressive, I'm putting enough force so that film can come off the window. And I'm coming very slowly, warming up that glue off the window. Once I get the top edge done, I'm going to roll that window up and pull from the side. Now you're not being aggressive, being very slow. You're letting that here. If you hear that sound like that, that means you're being too aggressive on the film and it's leaving glue left back on the window. So again, if you hear that crunching sound, we're being too aggressive on the film. I'm going very slow, letting the film come off the window. Now, once I got that window film off, I'm going to use my little bit of my adhesive remover. So with my adhesive remover, it is a mixture of Goo Gone, which you can buy at any Canadian Tire, Home Depot, Rona, Lowe's, with some alcohol and Dawn. I'm going to spray it across my window and let it sit for about 4 to 5 minutes. I want that adhesive remover to break down any excess glue. Once I've left that 4 to 5 minutes, I'm going to take my normal slip solution, which is my 8-part soap, 1 part water, and I'm going to spray the entire window off. I don't want to be that aggressive, and I'm going to flush everything to the side. Now with my razor blade, I can come through and get all that excess heated up. So you can feel across here, I left a little bit of glue on that window from when I was removing because I was too aggressive and I pulled it right off the window. Now I want to go through this a couple times. I want to make sure that I have no glue. Sometimes it's very hard to see if I left glue on it or not. So once I've gone through my 2 or 3 times, spray it, keeping a very wet surface, going through my razor blade, pushing everything down into here. I'm gonna spray off my window and I rub my hands across to feel if I feel any glue. To the eye, it's very hard to see if you've left any of that adhesive, that glue behind. So I always want to come through, spray my window, and feel if I have any glue. If I feel a spot that has a little bit of glue left over, spray it, take my razor blade and knock it off. I'm gonna do it 3 times. Once I spray, razor blade, spray, and take my squeegee and squeegee everything out. Now, if you're getting a lot of glue or a lot of tint left in behind these seals here, I can take my blade, which I use to cut my film, extend it 4 or 5 clicks, spray the side of the window, put it into the inside, and press it down without going directly into the glass. I'm leaving it flat on the glass, coming in and pressing it down. Now, that's a simple, super way to remove any kind of window film. Remember, just review, charge your customers, a little bit of steam, a little bit of heat. Now, if you don't have a steamer, you can also use a heat gun. We find a steamer is a lot more effective because it penetrates through that glue. Pull off slowly, use an adhesive remover, either alcohol-based or Goo Gone, razor blade, spray, squeegee spray, and you're good to go. Watch the rest of our videos down below. We have everything from shrinking to cutting to installing. If you have any help, if you want to take one of our courses, visit us online. We're all across Canada and the States. We're always looking to help you guys out, be successful, making money as a window tinter.